Hey everyone! Ever since Chapter 1 of the Book of Boba Fett, I've been wondering who this Bith is that's playing with Max Rebo. And yeah, I'm interested in the droid too, I guess. But who could this Bith be? Welcome to Max Rebo Week. This is Star Wars Music Analysis.
Do it.
There are four possibilities here, and I'm going to look at each one from least possible to the most possible. Beginning with statistically speaking, this could very likely be just any old Bith, and I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the case. We've never seen a Bith playing a guitar guitar before, and wind instruments have always seemed a little strange for Bith to play anyway, since they only have one lung. So, it's very possible that from somewhere in the vast galaxy, a single other Bith from their entire population found their way to Tatooine and started jamming with the Max Rebo. However, coming across this picture began to change my mind. Up until now, when I think Bith, I always think of them wearing the bland black shirt and gray or black pants. But this image from the pod race in Phantom Menace proves that Bith do wear other garments, and so it's more likely that these familiar garments also mean a familiar face. Well, they're all familiar because they all look the same, but you know what I mean. Barquin D'an was the leader of the famous Barquin D'an in the Modal nodes. The characteristic black outfit would make perfect sense since that seems to be the typical outfit of the Modal nodes. While Barquin is playing the kloohorn when we first see him in the Mos Eisley Cantina in A New Hope, there's nothing to suggest that he couldn't also play other instruments. The reason I mention him as being less likely here, though, is because of the infamous rivalry that he and Rebo shared, and I believe a lot of this tension actually stems from Barquin himself. If Max had been the instigator, I could imagine him having a change of heart after his near-death experience, but this doesn't seem likely. The Modal nodes also seem like they were going well for Barquin D'an, with only a few inside issues. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for him to leave the entire band for new prospects. However, it is always possible that the rest of the group would have simply decided to get rid of him as well. The next possibility is for one of those other members of the Modal nodes to have decided they wanted to get out from underneath Barquin D'an. As I mentioned before, there were some underlying misgivings within the band and how new contracts and gigs were being handled, so it's not at all unreasonable to think that one of these disgruntled members saw an opportunity for something new when Rebo's band parted and decided to reach out to him for a new opportunity. From here, it could honestly have been any of them. None of them are playing this guitar-like guitar in the cantina, but again, most professional musicians know how to play multiple instruments at a high level, and this easily still could be one of those other Bith. The last, and to me personally most likely Bith for this to be, is Barquin D'an. Barquin D'an was the brother of Barquin D'an, and he had always been jealous of the success of his brother's band. But interestingly, Barquin had already been playing with Max at least as far back as the Max Rebo band's time in Jabba the Hutt's palace. When Barquin first traveled to Tatooine to be part of the Modal nodes, though, he couldn't find them and instead found his way to the Max Rebo band, which personally sounds like a really flimsy story, but we never see him on Jabba's sail barge, and it makes the most sense that Rebo would continue to play with someone that he's already familiar with and has a rapport with. So that's my best theory. This is Barquin D'an, brother of Barquin D'an, the leader of the Modal nodes, who are likely still begrudgingly performing throughout the galaxy for Barquin himself. But none of this has been confirmed yet, so I'm really curious what you all think. Do you think we'll ever find out for sure who this Bith is? And if so, when and how? What do you think the Modal nodes or the former members of the group are up to? And is there something else here that I'm missing? Tell me what you think in the comments below, and before you go, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of the galaxy far, far away. And as always, may the be with you.